Hello and welcome back. We've made it to the grand finals.
Here it is.
The Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship presented by Prodigy Disc. We are here at New World Disc Golf Course in Jacksonville, Florida. BigSexy commentary, Nate Sexton and Jeremy Koling.
We're here. This is the culmination of 2017 season.
It really is.
We went Disc Golf World Tour finale at the USDGC, National Tour finale last week in Augusta, and here we are at the Disc Golf Pro Tour finale in Jacksonville, Florida. We've got number 1, number 2, and number 3 in the world on the card. One of the hottest players of the year, James Conrad, and Dana Vicich playing his way on in the semifinals. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it will. Ricky leading us off. Hole 1, 408 feet, very tight gap, out of bounds, directly in front of the tee.
And Ricky goes with a flippy driver right down the middle. And at first, it looked like it may have been a little too nose down, but just happens to flatten out enough to be able to get that extra bit of slide.
Awesome.
Inside the circle, great start.
Points from Huntington Beach, California, Paul McBeth.
And hole 1 has proven to be so difficult. As a right-hand backhand player, the play is to go out this right-hand gap, I think, with something overstable, as you see Paul going with here. Perhaps a bit too wide, never able to catch that edge and get the skip.
Never quite got overstable for him, but that is the plan.
The direct route that Ricky took is so scary. To hit that gap takes so much confidence.
Yeah, if you hit either one of those trees, more than likely you'll end up over.
The best case scenario is you're in a bad spot. Best case scenario. So, ton of confidence. And Simon's going with a route that I only saw one other player take, and that player was you.
Yeah, that's actually called the Sexton line. Simon looking to get in on it with me, and he did it pretty well.
Yeah, he's way out there. He actually outdrove the 408-foot basket by about 70 feet, and he's about 80 feet to the right.
So I guess we could start calling that a line.
It's huge. And a player that is well known for his distance, James Conrad.
And this looks fantastic. That's getting overstable just where he wants it to.
At no point during that drive did it look anything other than perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, that was dead center down that outside right gap with the right height, right disc selection, perfect execution from James.
That's exactly how you imagine it looking.
From Minooka, Illinois, Dana Vicich.
And the one player who wasn't in the top 10 in tour points here in the finals, 47th in tour points this year.
He had to go through the entire thing. This is his 4th round. I mean, he's too good a player to really call it a Cinderella story, but you get the idea. You know, he's coming from the lower seeds, and he's made it all the way here, and he's starting off with a nice drive.
Wow, great start there from Dana. Probably 25 feet away. And Simon from about 80 or so.
Whoa.
Can he make that happen? Oh, my goodness.
Good effort. P. McBeth just a little bit low. And Ricky in for the birdie.
And here we are moving over to Dana Vicich, putting for his birdie attempt on hole 1.
And what a start this would be.
And just off to the left side.
James for birdie.
And James is connected. Great start for James and Ricky.
Simon in for par. Paul will do the same. And then Dana to tap in his par. No casualties. That's pretty good for this hole. 2 birdies and no out of bounds. Hole 2 is a 604-foot par 4. Tight gap coming out initially, and then you got to set yourself up to make this double mando. I don't think anyone will go for the double mando off the tee, even though it would be possible. It just doesn't really make sense from a risk-reward perspective. if you line yourself up right, you can go through, hopefully get into circle 1 because this tall basket's tough to make a long putt on.
Looks like Ricky has a mid-range off the tee here. Probably a compass. And that's really low out of the hand.
Yeah, it is.
That's going to be... He's playing safe there, but that's a little bit safer than he'd like to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be a ching rock for James. Can't quite tell exactly what that is. It looked like it was a flat stamp rock.
Yeah, full color.
And Paul has a fairway driver, maybe a T-bird 3 or something.
Yeah, I bet so.
And that's got pretty good distance.
Could maybe be
He should be fine.
Thunderbird. Simon.
He's going with the mid-range.
That should be fine. It's not too far.
Dana here with also a mid-range, it looks like. And
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
That will be almost a layup from there, I would guess.
Yeah, he's really cut off the angle there. Threw it too far to even have a shot, even as wide as that is. And kind of surprised to see Ricky go with a... I believe that's his harp.
Wow.
And he's left it way short.
2 low shots out of Rick this hole. James with a putter. Very nice.
And is this an FD3? I know that's what he's been throwing a lot this season.
I think it is.
He has put a Firebird in the bag.
Yeah, this is FD3 though.
And he has gone long. Surprising to see these guys not all be in the circle after 2 shots. This really is a very straightforward hole.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of, not even nerves, but just these guys are excited. In the finals, big crowd.
Wow.
A lot of golf carts, and they're juicing these shots a little bit too much.
Yeah, not one of the top 3 players in the world are inside the circle in 2 shots.
Okay, Dana, what do you got here? He makes the
yeah.
That is pretty nice.
Wow.
Fantastic. Goes up and over. That was really a good shot from Dana.
Incredible effort from there. And look how far Ricky is back. He lays nothing up.
Yeah, he got a lot of height on that, but it needed a lot more. That tall basket, really tough.
Probably one of the best elevator putters, Ricky. He really gets his putt high. Simon is very direct, straight line. Ricky really trusts that up and down.
Ricky's putt gets high early, and then it dives down in.
Yeah.
Paul's is fairly level.
Oh, great putt.
That's an awesome birdie there from Paul.
And Paul is really confident with that because he has such good touch that he does. If he misses that target, he's coming right back at it from about 15 feet.
Yep. Oh, and Dana almost had a chance there for a pretty incredible birdie from out of position. Just barely off on the putt. And James hits it high, but a great catch, and it's in. Ricky's in.
And Dana has to know that these putts are so important. If you can gain a stroke on Ricky, if you can gain a stroke on Simon,
yeah,
this is a big course. He has no room for error.
No, Dana, a fantastic player, clearly, but admittedly by himself or anyone else without some of the tools that a Simon or a Ricky or a Paul has to attack a course like this.
No one's going to say he doesn't have a chance, but he has to play almost flawless disc golf.
Yeah. Hole 3, 319 feet straight ahead. You can play a wide hyzer, you can play a forehand, you can play a mid-range straight at it. One of the easiest holes on the course. I'm expecting a lot of close drives here. I think this is a MD4.
Really?
It looked like a Discmania stamp, and that's the color. Maybe a USDGC player's pack item. I don't know. It looked like Discmania stamp, and I don't think he'd go around the outside with anything less stable.
I thought that he was going with a wide rim, but you might be right.
It looked like a mid.
Okay. And Paul's also going with a wide rim, and
This is that Luster Firebird, I think.
and he goes nicely just behind the basket by about 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And Ricky is also going some sort of fairway driver for the low hyzer skip.
It's looking very good.
It's a little bit further, but still should be pretty good for Ricky.
Mm-hmm. Simon looking for the skip shot as well.
And I would say that just narrowly avoids that inside tree. He is trying to go around the outside of all of that. Misses his shot by a little bit. Comes up a bit short, but fortunately for him, he does not hit a tree.
And Dana looks like maybe he crushed this.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was going long either way, but a little bit too wide, I think. Maybe a little grip lock. Hopefully Dana can settle in here. He needs to pick up some birdies. Simon.
Oh.
And airmail all the way out to 30 feet.
He still is going to be out, I think. Oh, James is right next to him. See if James can start 3 down through 3. He has.
Wow.
Sending a message. He's not going to stop pushing. And
He's a pushing, folks.
he's a pushing. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Simon, left side.
Simon just a hair off there, and the disc is on the ground.
And Ricky just barely over the rim.
In for birdie. Paul is in.
Simon was going to have to settle for a bogey on one of the easiest holes in the course.
Pretty brutal.
That's a tough pill to swallow there.
The 5-some, these guys' portraits, they look so little. Hole 4, par 3, 306. A little bit more guarded pin than the last, so you really want to go straight at this one. You have a couple options for your tee shot, but not really the wide play like hole 3 offers. So I think we're going to see mid-ranges and putters from this group.
James is going with a putter. Not sure. I think that is a JK. He really likes it soft putters.
Mm-hmm.
Throws them so well, as you see here, just straight at the pin.
Yeah.
He's in good position to do what James and Snappy Cole did yesterday. Start off 4 through 4.
That's the way you would like to do it.
Oh, yeah. Puts pressure on the group to bring those birdies. And if they don't have it from the beginning, you can be out of it by hole 9.
Paul floating one in. Totally parked.
Just impossibly straight. So much hyzer the whole way and just continuously, slowly faded right and just sat right there into the basket. Great shot from Paul.
And this is pretty heavy on the hyzer, but it skips up.
Oh, he's going to be tricky putt, I think. I don't know if he's around that palmetto or not.
Yeah. And Dana going with a mid-range. He looks like he's tracking towards where Ricky was. Oh, good little kick, though.
And Dana's going to be in the circle for the 3rd time in 4 holes. Let's see if he can make this putt here.
Yeah. Perfect shot.
Beautiful throw from Simon. Perfect execution. And an awkward stance has left a very strange result there.
Wow, just
sitting up.
Oh no. And yeah, Dana is throwing the disc really well. He's been in birdie position on every hole.
Well, not 3.
Oh, you're right.
But still throwing the disc very well.
Yeah, you're right.
He needs to see a putt go in for his sanity.
Yeah, definitely.
You can call him Daddy Dana. About
There
to
it
be a
is.
father of a 2nd daughter.
Yeah,
And
congratulations to him.
He's doing things well. He's a crowd favorite, a player favorite, one of our favorite guys to just be around on and off the course.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that, James Conrad, 4 through 4, coming out firing.
Yeah, putting his stamp on this round so far.
And just perfect because that's just the kind of play he's had all year. He's been a very streaky player, and most of the streaks have always been 5 or 6 to 10 birdies in a row. He's just seeing chunks of birdies taken in a row. So James, when he gets on fire, watch out.
Yeah, look out. Hole 5, par 3, 381. You've got to get out this initial gap with the disc moving slightly right and then flex back to the left late around these large pine trees to reach circle 1. The best play, I think, is a slight anhyzer on an overstable fairway driver. Maybe even distance driver.
Yeah.
Because he's looking for that big skip.
And that's pretty high for James. It's hyzering a bit early.
It's still a putt, probably 50 feet though. T-Bird 3. Paul's going just trying to go for straight play. And that's really not bad. Edge of the circle.
Yeah, I'd say he's just a bit outside, maybe 40 feet. Would have liked to held that a bit straighter, and Simon's really forced the issue with the anhyzer here. A little bit of a brush there from the branches, and he's going to come up right around just short of circle's edge as well.
Mm-hmm.
See if Rick can keep this a little bit lower.
Ricky's been doing pretty well on this hole so far.
And he as well is short until left, but they're all looking at the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Dana can be the first and only to get inside the circle here with a good drive.
It also looks short left.
And he is not able to get around the trees and bushes that are in the way, and he's got a kind of an awkward shot here.
Well done, though.
Can James do it? Oh, and
Gosh, just no jump putt, no nothing. Just swing the arm, and the thing is rocketing. And Simon way right.
wow.
That's more like the Ricky we know.
Just
Not
willing it in there.
It didn't even, not even a whiff of wobble. The thing is just super clean.
And
And Paul as well.
okay, well, he saw Ricky do it.
Yeah, he has more of a push putt, so it's a little bit of wobble, but it's also in the heart.
Ricky started off putting a very fast spin putt. When he came into the pro scene, he had a wild spin putt, and it was really good from long range. But, you know, it's like all spin putters, when you're not playing that well, you can be really far off. And he developed a push putt over time, and that's why you see those two different styles.
Yeah.
That's why he can make putts from any place on the course, because he has developed both those styles equally.
Yeah.
And by nature, he's kind of a spin putter, but he's learned how to be one of the world's best push putters of all time.
And his push putt is a very high spin rate push putt. Like, he still has a very, very explosive wrist action. 2 birdies, 3 pars.
We got a tie top leaderboard now. Paul and James both sitting at 4. Ricky right behind at 3.
Hole 6, par 5, 1,167 feet. This one is very tough. You've got to throw a low drive that moves right and try to get all the way up there in position for birdie. You've got to throw a huge second shot.
This hole is... the tee shot's not scary. Just get around the corner. It's really the second, third, fourth shots that can become scary.
Yeah, Paul's going to go with a forehand here. And this is That's a bad mistake, really.
There's no reason to make that mistake.
Yeah, it's a very wide open drive. That's a little bit too softly thrown, maybe too high, maybe too overstable. I'm not sure. But.
It's really difficult to even imagine throwing across the path, so I don't see why you wouldn't just keep it wide.
If you throw overstable, there's no way you're going OB long.
And you almost completely take yourself out of birdie. I mean, almost out of par by coming up short in that corner. It's so long from there, and you have to deal with going through the trees.
Yeah, he's going to have a very tough time from there. And this needs to probably get down. This is going deep.
Oh, and it has got a good break.
I think that was going to be out of bounds, but it's a good tree.
Very good tree.
And Simon lining up the low shot like we talked about.
Yeah, right.
Oh, my gosh.
And Simon's going Bremen bomber on us.
Unreal shot. Over the trees that are way too tall to throw over for humans.
Wow.
And that's about the farthest drive that's ever going to be thrown, the farthest drive that's ever been thrown on that hole. No one's challenging that.
I don't... What are you getting from that? I mean, you're not going to be in position for eagle from there.
No.
It makes the birdie a lot easier.
Simon feasts on the roar of the crowd.
Yeah.
That's what Simon...
He's hungry.
He needs that for nourishment, so he goes huge.
And you can see
Paul's
what Paul's
got the Roadrunner in his hand, and he's...
Oh, my gosh.
This is going straight out of bounds.
Oh, gosh.
And
That
this
needs to
is
come back
out.
quick.
The spotter's running. She's put up the red, but then...
How...
Paul curls it back, and it's green, and the crowd goes wild. I mean, holy cow. That was so
Didn't have a
aggressive, and it was
chance.
so far out of
Had
bounds.
so much angle by the time it went OB. I never thought it had a chance of coming back inbounds. That really surprises me there.
Yeah, James.
Lays into this.
Unloads.
Wow.
What kind of disc are we looking at here? Is this
The world's fastest of all time disc, I think.
Is it a... Yeah, it's a T-Bird, maybe.
I think it's a T-Bird.
Just a 500-foot T-Bird, almost. With OB and woods.
Beautiful throw.
Ricky also going roller, and he's got this out wide, but it's a safer angle.
But it's... Well, looks good. It should be good. That's
on, go.
slowing down.
Go.
But has crossed back in, right up to our camera guy.
And that's how you know Ricky's a true pro. He thinks about the fans. He's going to throw it right to the cameraman, loop it around him, so you guys get a great look at what kind of disc he's using.
He's a considerate top pro.
Yeah, he definitely is. Thinks about his fans.
And Simon, we all were kind of thinking maybe...
Time to go for it.
Yeah, I mean...
I think he just pulls out a mid-range and just plays it into the landing zone. I mean, really smart play, but you're kind of right. If you're going to take that risk on the drive, let's see it again. See one more bomb.
And Dana has this one not turned over enough. It's kicked off to the left. Does he stay safe, though?
Did we see Dana's second shot? Dana's second shot went out of bounds right there, and he was marking from OB, so he had a poor shot. He's OB. That was his fourth throw, and it's also OB.
So he's going to be throwing 6 from outside putting range. And look at what Paul has just done. I'm not even going to say out of position. I'm going to say from the land of bogeys.
Yeah, he
has
was
somehow
in the land of bogeys.
Snatched a birdie.
A tap-in birdie with a T-Bird 3 from 450.
Out of the jaws of Bogeyville.
Of the bogey monster.
Yeah, I don't know how on earth you could ever find yourself in the position for a birdie after that tee shot.
And James just rips a shark. Wow. Shark 3, I think. I'm not sure.
The smoke disc is a shark 3.
Ricky's a little bit turned over here with his mid-range.
And Rick was in perfect position. He's going to be outside the circle. Obviously, within Ricky range. We'll see if he converts.
And I bet you Simon's thinking make here. He's just that kind of guy. It's a good effort.
Do you think he's ever, putting himself in the mindset where it's, if I just think that this is a trick shot, it'll go in?
I would do that if I was him, I think.
Have you ever seen his trick shot outtakes? He makes so many that just, will spit out.
Yeah, it's not like the first time he hit the basket is the time it went in.
Right.
He's got a ton of really good shots.
He's so good.
Ricky from downtown, never a doubt, just lasers it straight into the basket. Beautiful putt.
Ricky has a strange outfit on today. He's wearing the Cleveland Cavalier hat and the Golden State Warriors shoes.
Wow. He's just a man.
No.
He's a fan of good basketball. Is what you're trying to tell me. He's a Cavs fan. I know that about him, but he's repping any coast, middle of the country, whatever it is, as long as they play
just good hoops.
As long as they play a unselfish brand of hoops, Ricky's there.
Mm-hmm. And that's really James's First mistake.
Really is.
Haven't seen him slip up.
Paul with a highlight birdie.
Wow. And he's going to be taking a one-stroke lead now on James. 5 under through 6 for Paul.
Dana is in. Nightmare hole is over for him.
And that's one James would desperately like to have back.
For sure.
A par's not a bad score, but he did everything to earn that birdie.
Yeah, he really did. Hole 7, par 3, 286 feet straight ahead. It's tucked back a little bit farther into this cove than it might look on camera. You have to throw a putter or mid-range. Just keep it nice and straight and slide it up to the basket. Paul with a little bit of an errant drive, but it takes a nice kick forward. Looks like he's made it to the edge of the circle.
All right, I'm going to do it. That's a 4-time kick.
Okay, you got it.
I was thinking, should I say this or not? But it's a 4-time kick. And there's a...
No,
I can't say it.
No.
I'll take it back.
No.
Paul just got lucky and Ricky got unlucky.
Yep.
But they were both not great shots.
Yeah. And I feel we should mention that our stats guy, David Clancy, he sent us the stats, but we haven't really been mentioning them because there are only 5 players on the course and you're watching them. So we felt it would be a bit redundant to tell you guys the scoring averages.
But he's still doing his job.
Yeah,
And it's not even a job. He does this because he likes good disc golf coverage.
Yep. So James with that purple putter. And this is also a little offline. Surprising to see these guys missing this gap. It's pretty wide.
I mean, this has been the easiest hole on the course all weekend. Mm-hmm. And as the stats suggest, it has averaged 2.2.
Okay, yeah, that's very low.
Or 2.305 for the weekend. So
Dana's going to get in there and keep the average down. Great drive. Let's see that one more time.
nice, slow, soft Annie.
Trying to jump up and get in the basket. Root was trying to help him out. Ricky with another chance to get a big putt. Oh, and the Raptor legs were getting loaded up there, I think. He was almost ready to go.
And James from just around circle's edge. Nice cleanup putt. Happy to see that one go in after the mishap on the hole prior. Moving up, Paul will be tapping this one in, I'm sure, from 18 feet.
Nice putt. Paul's looking no nonsense today, just chewing away on that gum. He's looking like he's ready to.
He's birdied the last
lay
6
down a
holes. He
score.
missed hole 1,
Yeah,
not by much, and he has birdied the last 6.
yeah.
And just that highlight reel birdie on hole 6. I mean,
Unbelievable.
really impressive. And Dana's in for his first birdie of the day, waving to the fans. I can do it too.
Told you guys I was good.
We know, buddy. We know.
Hole 8, par 5, 956 feet. This hole is a guarded tee shot, a OB path, nearly 1,000 feet of distance. It's playing as the hardest hole on the course. Raw numbers.
Raw numbers, just with the 4 other par 5s on the course, this is the hardest of all of them.
Yep. Paul's going big hyzer here. Overstable destroyer, ripping it out there, looking for that big skip back in bounds.
That needs to catch edge.
And there's the huge
That
skip,
needs
but
the high grass.
oh no. And that's super costly because he is only going to advance 100 feet. That's going to take, certainly if you're talking about a par 4, birdie is out of play, gone.
Par is gone. There's no par. There's no bogey is almost out of question.
Yeah, I think he could make a 5, but
It would take an
take some
superhuman
good
effort.
shots. Good shots.
And James is lining up down the
Are
middle.
you kidding me? Throwing it that hard there.
And he's leaning on this with some Anheuser, and he has just ripped it.
Holy cow, that is so far for through a gap with OB and rough.
I'm going to call
That
it
is
440
crushed.
off the tee.
At least.
And Simon, no slouch either, goes to the flip-up Heiser wide route, as does Dana here. Simon executes his shot great. Dana does as well.
Great shot from Dana.
And that's the safe play. Just to play that Heiser out and around. Dana probably threw a good 330 feet and was just demolished by James's drive down the middle.
Yeah. Ricky's got some good height on it. That should get in bounds pretty easily. I think Paul was just going for, thinking 3 maybe, going huge, and he just didn't quite get the skip he needed.
And in this match play-esque format,
Yeah.
Ricky's licking his chops. Simon, James,
Yeah.
they're all seeing that big mistake from Paul. I mean, that could be a 2-stroke swing in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and Paul goes all of 450 there on a Heiser line. He's put himself in position to save a 5. Dana super low with the disc.
Look at this, though. This is going to come back in bounds.
That's a big shot.
What an aggressive play from Dana.
Big skip off the path. Very nicely done.
I mean, he has nothing to lose at this point. He has to go for big shots.
Yeah, I mean, it's 1250 for last place in the group. I think then it goes to 1500, then maybe
1750 and then 2000 and then 5000 for
It's
first.
not 3000 for second.
Oh, it could be.
I'm not sure, but either way, he's made his money. It's time to just try to climb the ladder, get back in the game, see if he can earn himself a little bit more, and get out of that 5th place spot.
I wonder if Simon's thinking. Well, we know what he's thinking.
He's always thinking 3.
He's put a little bit too much height on this one. He's going to be way left of the basket, but still quality 2 shots. He's probably got 100 feet, maybe 80 feet or so.
Yeah. Amazingly far down the fairway, but
Finally moving up to James's drive. He's got to be thinking 3 as well.
yeah, that is ripped again.
And a bit high. Less wind in this last round than any other round, so these players can't use wind as an excuse today.
Look at these guys basically reaching that path in 2. Incredible.
Yeah, I think that is the longest shot we've seen in 2 so far.
Yeah. Paul spending all of his time way out over the OB on this hole, bringing it back, and he has that putt left for a 5.
Kind of a conservative run there from Paul.
Yeah, a little bit.
Surprised to see that. And
Dana plays it really nicely right around the basket.
And here's Ricky for the par eagle.
Yeah, par/eagle. Birdie, just forget about it.
Birdie eagle. A beagle. A beagle. All right, sorry.
Yeah, here comes another beagle bid from Simon, and this actually looks pretty.
Oh wow.
So it can be 3'd.
The only 3 that we've seen in this hole so far. James Conrad is going to have a look at it here in a second, but let's just appreciate the majesty of Simon Lizotte. Just going for eagles, big shots all the time.
Technically just a birdie, though, so.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, I guess.
Good shot, I guess.
And see if James can do it too.
Come on, James. Oh, just around the right side, and he sits down.
Well, nonetheless, we got to see at least 1-3 on hole 8. It can be done.
I'm happy to see that. Big putt for Paul here. Trying not to lose multiple strokes.
Oh.
It's outside right.
And he's going to lose 3 to Simon.
And 2.
2 to James, Ricky, and Dana.
Yes.
By far the best we've seen this hole played.
Yes.
All at 4s. Well, actually, we did see one group all get 4s in this hole, I believe.
Wow. They didn't get a 3, so.
They did not get a 3. So it's actually doesn't even tie that group at all 4s. With Paul with the 6.
No, it doesn't.
So, oh well. Either way, really well done from our card here. Those should say 3 birdies, 1 eagle, and 1 single bogey.
Yep. Hole 9, par 5, 1,108 feet. This one goes way to the right, so you need to get your drive out as long as possible, ideally with a slight right finish. And then you play your second shot, just a long hyzer, then an approach to the knoll that the basket is perched up on.
We have 4 of the top 5 longest players on tour on this card, so I think we're going to see some pretty good tee shots here.
Yeah, you would think these guys. I mean, you know, Simon wants another 3.
Ideal.
Yeah, very good. The weather also looks very good.
For now.
What?
Not at all what I was expecting to see from James here.
That was way too low.
Well, he's...
I mean, it worked okay,
Yeah.
but that needed way more carry, don't you think?
I mean, he got that down like you would want to get a forehand roller down, just down immediately.
Yeah.
Kind of surprising. I mean, we have enough wind to be able to air one out a good 250 feet before you land it into a roller.
Look at Dana keeping right up with these guys,
Oh, yeah.
ripping a drive.
And, you know, here we are talking about James and not laying it down right, and Dana laid a great drive down, and he's only a couple feet further than James.
Yeah.
So, what do we know?
I mean, the potential is huge there for James if he gets it right, but I can't imagine that was what he had in his head, throwing it that low. Ricky way out there.
And look at this. The rain has come out.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. And we're out at the furthest place that you can be on the course from the parking lot. If you did not pack your umbrella with you and you're not in a golf cart,
Yeah.
there's really not much safe haven from the
Now
rain. And
you
look at
really
this.
see it coming down. This was pretty impressive, this little flurry of rain. It was heavy wind, heavy rain, and it made this whole play a lot tougher. James with a big shot, though.
It's really crucial to stay on the right side of those trees there, having access unguarded to the basket.
Uh-oh, Dana.
And this is cooking over to the right. It needs to take edge and skip back.
Come on.
And miss the wall. And
Yes.
oh, wow.
Stays safe. What a shot.
Wow, that I thought for certain that was going to be OB there.
Paul, oh boy. He ripped this right. This has got to get over the wall just like Dana's did. Come on. No.
No such luck.
That is out of bounds. And Paul is starting to struggle a little bit here after a great start.
And look at this. I mean, this
This
is
is so much rain.
this came out of nowhere. And our camera crew wasn't expecting this. We looked at the weather report before the round started, and the rain had went from, oh goodness.
Simon losing his mind, trying a roller in a heavy wind and rain.
Of course. What better time?
Yep. And do it again, Simon.
Oh, you have the wall to protect you this time.
I don't know if it's going to stop that disc.
Oh, it does not. Or does it?
Can he bust through 2 walls?
What? Did he go through 2 walls,
I
or
don't
was he
know.
OB?
We need more solid walls.
I think he ended up OB, and you can start seeing the condensation.
Look out. Did that hit that cart?
I think it may have. They're looking straight down like, oops. So a lot of craziness going on right now.
I hope it didn't hit the cart. I hate when that happens. That's a great shot.
And Dana trying to capitalize on these mishaps by his card mates. He's done a nice shot, and he's
Yeah,
going to
he
be
has.
about 25 feet for his great birdie.
Yeah, really nice.
And Ricky cruising up the fairway in 2 shots.
And this coming in, his shot to set him up for birdie, and it's looking very likely that he will be birdie.
I'm going to say that he makes that putt.
Even in the rain? I don't know. Simon did not get back in bounds. 2 walls, just too much to ask.
And Paul from pin high, about 70.
And this is going to be another big number for Paul.
Yeah, back to back. And such a great start.
Oh,
and
no, it's really getting bad.
wow.
Is that another 7?
I can't count that
Or
fast.
another double bogey? The last one was a 6, but
No, and Dana has missed on his birdie putt. And we're going to see if we can get some towels on these cameras here. And just like that, the rain has gone. The sun has come out,
oh man,
all in a matter of 1,108 feet.
that was pretty crazy. I didn't even, I was there live, but I just hid under a tree this whole time. I didn't know what even happened on this hole.
It's all a blur.
Really.
And Ricky taps in for his birdie, gaining strokes on the card. Big number, 7 for Paul. He drops. He was 6 down through 7.
Now he's
2 down through 9. James and Ricky kind of pulling away from the field here.
Yeah, what action we've got. There's a look back to Simon's incredible tee shot. We've got to say thank you to you guys for joining us. Thank you to Dynamic Discs for supporting the coverage. Thank you to Jomez. Thank you to Dave Clancy, who actually, when we called him earlier, he was trying to get all the way to Paris on a standby flight. Pretty risky move.
A really risky move, but that's why we call him David Chancy Clancy.
True.
Taking risks left and right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Be sure to tune in for the exciting conclusion of the Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships.